Hi guys, welcome to Dakota Drive Orientation. My name is Libby Kidder and I will be walking you through orientation today. I've been with McDonald's for the past 20 years and I've worked both in the restaurant as well as the restaurant. My current title is Organization People Experience Lead, and in that title I get to help with orientation such as this. I do community involvement and I help with organizing some fun activities within the restaurants. So let's keep moving on and I will help you guys through orientation today. Alrighty guys, here's our agenda for the day. The first thing we're going to talk about is introductions. We're going to kind of have you guys get to know us as Dakota Drive. Then we'll just share out one of the ways that you can contact the restaurant besides the restaurant phone. Then we're also going to talk about some benefits and perks. And of course, some important need to knows, policies, expectations, that kind of stuff. And then we're going to kind of end with some important apps we encourage you guys to download. All right, let's start with introductions. Alrighty, who's who on the crew? These are some key people in Dakota Drive. We wanted to start with the top, the owners. So the company is owned by Mike Doherty, who is the owner and president, and then his two sons, Catlin and Zach. Cat works as the vice president and is also an owner, and Zach is the director of operations and he is owner as well. And then last but not least, we have Dwayne Dutenheffer, who is another one of our director of operations. And next we have our key values as Dakota Drive. We strive to operate McDonald's at an excellent level for both customers and crew. We want customers to leave happier than when they came. We also strive to hire, train, motivate, reward, and value all of our employees. You guys are a key part to running this business and we get that. So we want to make sure you guys feel appreciated and valued. We also strive to be active members in our communities. We do our best to support our schools, local first responders, and a bunch of other stuff. So that is another one of our opportunities. We want to be part of growing McDonald's brand as a whole. We want, when people leave our restaurants, to think more positively of the Golden Arches. We want to be great representatives for McDonald's. And we want to prepare you guys to better yourselves in whatever you do. Whether that be work, whether that be hobbies, whatever you guys want to get better at, we want to be there for it and help you along the way. All right, and a little bit more about Dakota Drive. Dakota Drive is owned by Mike Doherty and his two sons, as mentioned earlier. And Mike, he started as crew person in 1977, worked his way from the bottom up like all the rest of our management. He worked as crew trainer, manager. He even worked some maintenance for a while, then worked in the store and then outside of the store for corporate, and then decided he wanted to own his own company at some point. So he did retire for a year before he was able to buy 2 stores in Minot in 2014, and now we have grown rapidly since then, and now we have 29 stores in 14 locations. We range all the way from Williston, North Dakota to Thief River Falls, Minnesota, and everywhere in between. All right, now here's one way for you guys to get in contact with us. The store phone is always an option. I don't have that on here because, like I said, we have 29 restaurants, so all the store numbers are different. So please talk to your manager after this to make sure you have the number saved in your phone. Another form of communication we use is texting through our AI Olivia. So you might have been working with her to originally get set up with interviews. So we still use her. So you'll get some texts here shortly saying welcome to the team, and then we'll do some check-ins. And you can always reach out to ask her some questions. Not only does she respond, but also we have our management team that also keeps an eye on it. So we'll do our best we can to communicate in real time. But if you get a couple different answers from her and us, that's probably because we're trying to help her out sometimes. But you can ask about your scheduling, when payday is. So I would save this number below, this 503-4451 number in your phone, because like I said, we can use that to communicate directly with you. But we could also use that in group communications we sometimes send out to let you know about upcoming promotions, or we just had a surveys, that kind of stuff. Alrighty, now on to the benefits and perks of working for Dakota Drive.
I'm Mike Doherty.
I'm Catlin Doherty.
I'm Zach Doherty.
We own and operate McDonald's restaurants in North Dakota and Minnesota. Welcome to our team. Hello again. My name is Mike Doherty. I started at McDonald's as a crew person 45 years ago. Ouch. Welcome to my company. If you work here for 4 months or over 40 years, like I did, I want you to know that McDonald's is a Fortune 500, one of the most respected companies in the entire world. Your and my job is to keep the golden arches shining brightly as the #1 quick service restaurant in the world. So, welcome to Dakota Drive. I hope your career, whether short or long, is a happy one and brings you lots of rewards. I'll see you in the restaurants.
At Dakota Drive, we have an open door communication policy. At the bottom of this screen is our office phone number. Take a second to write it down, but don't worry, it'll be posted in your crew rooms as well. It's very important to us that you're able to contact us whenever you need to. We have strict policies in place to provide a safe, respectful, and inclusive workplace. We have a zero tolerance policy regarding harassment, discrimination, retaliation, and violence. If you feel that you're experiencing any mistreatment whatsoever, or you've witnessed mistreatment to another employee, please do not hesitate to let us know. We care and respect our employees so much that even if it's problems in your personal life, give us a call and we'll see what we can do to help. And we promise to return any call that's made to us from an employee. If you ever have an issue with your paycheck, please let your store manager know immediately so that we can get it fixed. Dakota Drive also cares about you and your growth, and we have lots of career advancement opportunities from crew all the way up to supervisor. So if you have the talent and the ambition, we would love to talk to you about your opportunities for growth.
One of the biggest benefits of working at McDonald's is the food discount program. When you work, you get a free meal either on your break or before you leave for the day. You can also receive 25% off when you visit your McDonald's when you're not working. To get your discount, you do have to come inside to order. We also participate in the National McDonald's Discount Program, which means you can receive 30% off at participating McDonald's restaurants nationally when using the McDonald's app.
Something that is also important to us is your education. If you are enrolled in a 2 or 4-year college program or planning on going, we offer a great scholarship program. If you work for us for 90 days and average 15 hours a week during that time period, you can qualify for up to $2,500 per year. If you didn't graduate from high school and that's something that interests you, we also have a great high school diploma program. It's all online, it's at your own pace. The great part is that it's a real high school diploma, not even a GED, and we cover the cost for you. Lastly, if English isn't your first language, we do offer online English classes. McDonald's pays for it, and you just have to commit to one 90-minute session per week. If you're interested in any of these programs, please talk to your restaurant manager or me.
Your work-life balance is important to us. You are hired with an agreed-upon availability, and we will not schedule you before or after your availability without your permission. We understand you have a personal life, and we respect that. Conversely, part of the reason why you were hired was your availability, and our policy stipulates any availability changes need a 2-week notice. Please communicate any and all availability changes to your store manager or scheduling manager.
Let's talk about appearance. We offer uniform benefits to you. We provide you with 2 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, a hat or visor, apron and name tag. You will need to purchase a pair of black non-slip shoes and a belt. When you come to work, your uniform should look neat and clean and presentable. Your name tag and hat are part of the uniform, so please don't forget them. It is vital that you all look sharp and look well-groomed every day. Tattoos are allowed as long as they are non-offensive, and hair should be restrained and pulled back from your face.
You are an important part of this team. We understand that you have busy lives, and we want you to get the hours that you need. We will do our best to work with the hours you have given us, and in return, we ask that you are here when you are scheduled. Things happen. People get sick or something happens in your personal life, and you are not able to make it to work. We understand that, and we are here for you. If you are sick, we ask that you call 2 hours in advance. If you absolutely can't make it due to an emergency, we ask that you call a manager and that you find somebody to cover your shift.
And the third thing we ask from you is very simple. We want you to be nice to our customers and to your coworkers. A big part of customer service is hospitality. We want you to be genuine and authentic. You can make or break someone's day. Our customers visit us for great food and convenience and also customer service. We want you to be a memorable part of those visits. Customers are the reason we're still in business, so we want you to treat them that way.
So those are a few of our basic expectations. We hope you have a better understanding of what you can expect from us and what we can expect from you. We want you to know that communication is important to us. Our doors are always open and our phone numbers are posted in every management office. Never hesitate to reach out to us for any reason.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. I wasn't listening either, okay? But hey, I'm really glad you came to work here, and I look forward to seeing you in the restaurants. See you guys.
Welcome to the team.
All right, now we're going to talk about the different perks and benefits we offer. One thing we offer is the National Employee Discount Program. We will talk about that in the next slide though, so I'm going to keep moving on. The next one is MCD Perks, which is a discount program across different organizations. So it's not just necessarily McDonald's discounts, it's you can get movie theater ticket discounts, you can get park discounts, and some other shopping discounts as well. So all you have to do is go to mcdperks.com to check it out. The next thing that we offer is Arch Waste Opportunity, which is our education programs. We have 3 different programs. One of them is a high school diploma program. So if you graduate with this program, you get a real diploma, not a GED, and it's all online at your own pace. It is a more in-depth program since like I said, you get a real diploma, but it is a great program. All you have to do to qualify is work for us for 90 days and be considered full-time, so you just have to work at least 15 hours per week. The next part of this program is tuition assistance, which is a scholarship type program. The difference between tuition assistance and scholarship is with tuition assistance, you don't have to compete with other people. As long as you meet the qualifications, you get the money. So you can qualify for up to $2,500 per year. Like I said before, you just have to work 90 days and average 15 hours per week during that time. And then the last part of our education options is the English as a Second Language classes, which are all online, and you get a class, and it's, again, Optional for you guys if you decide you would like to participate in that. Next, we'll talk about insurance. We offer Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance to our full-time employees. You do have to work for us for 1 year to qualify, and like I mentioned, you have to be considered full-time, so you have to average 30 hours or more per week over that year span. But if you're interested, coming up in your year mark, you will get an invite and you can either accept or decline. Next, we have PTO. So we do offer up to 5 days of PTO per year. For every 52 hours you work, you earn 1 hour of PTO. So if you're full-time, if you work 40 hours, then you would eventually, after a year, earn those 5 days. To use those days, we do have a form to fill out, so you can ask manager where to find that. And then next we have the free uniforms. For part-time employees, we offer 2 shirts and 2 pants as a free perk. And then for full-time, it's 3 shirts and 3 pants. And for both, you can either get a hat or a visor. Bonuses, we have several different bonus opportunities for you. We have an anniversary program where every year you work with us, you get a pin, but then every 5 years, you also get a little bit of a bonus as well. GPA bonus, if you are middle school, high school, or college, we offer a GPA bonus if you got a 3.0 or above for the semester. We count semesters, not quarters, so you can turn it in after the end of every semester to get a bonus. And then lastly, we have free meals when working, which again, we will also talk about on another slide. Alrighty, now we're going to talk about the National Employee Discount Program. So what this program is it's an opportunity for you to get a 30% discount at any participating McDonald's in the country. All you need is the My McDonald's app, and you need to register with the same email that you gave us. And then you also need to make sure to turn on your location services for the app because it pulls deals based on your location. A few other minor information is the discounts can only be used once daily. There is no price minimum or limit, and you can use it for family and friends with a group order, but you do have to be present and you do have to be the one placing the order. All right, our meal break policy. So we do offer you guys a 30-minute non-paid break if you're working 5 or more hours. You would clock out for that break, but during that time you could also get your free meal. We do offer any breakfast or lunch meals. As an option, you can do a sandwich, a side, or a drink. So we offer fries or apples as a side, and drinks can be juice, milk, or pop. We don't offer McCafe or anything specialty like that. If you wanted to get something specialty, you could. It would just be a 30% discount instead of the free meal. And if you decide not to take a break or you decide you don't want to eat on break, you can also take the meal home with you. But again, you only get 1 meal per shift. All right, I also mentioned earlier that one of the things we love to do at Dakota Drive is we love community involvement and giving back to our community. One of our favorite opportunities in the community is the Ronald McDonald House. The Ronald McDonald House is a house where families who have children going through different medical issues, who have to go through the hospital and do some different overnight stays, where it allows the families to stay in the house, which is close to the hospital, and it's affordable for them, so they don't have to worry about paying those high hotel fees. So they don't have to worry about a place to stay. And some of the few ways that we give back to the Ronald McDonald House is we have roundup options, so our customers can always round up to the next dollar, and that money goes directly to their local Ronald McDonald houses. And then we also have those canisters where they can put in their coins or extra cash, which also goes to the houses, and we also collect pop tabs. So we do pop tabs. You can any customer or crew can drop them off at the location, any of our stores, and that goes to the houses, and they collect part of the proceeds from that as well. And then one other thing we do is we do some giving tree in November, December time, and that we collect different gifts for the house as well. All right, and with our organization, we support 2 houses locally. We have the Bismarck House, which is supported by our Bismarck, Minot, Wilson, and Stanley locations. And then we have the Fargo House, which is supported by our Jamestown, Valley City, Devils Lake, Fargo, Moorhead, Grand Forks, East Grand Forks, Crookston, and Thief River Falls locations. Okay, now on to our important policies and need-to-knows. The first policy we're going to cover is our uniform policy. We ask that when you are at work, you are showing up in your full uniform, including hat, shirt, name tag, and pants. We also ask that you purchase a pair of non-skid black shoes. That is for your safety. You work in a restaurant now, so you work around greasy floors, wet floors, things happen, so we want to make sure that you are the safest as possible. You can purchase through Shoes for Crews or any other local shoe store should have non-skid shoes. Social media, we ask that you don't post anything negative on social media about customers or crew. If you are having issues with someone, by all means, please let us know. We definitely want to fix it. But if you don't tell us about a problem, then it's hard for us to fix it. So please make sure you're communicating with us. We just find that if you're posting on social media about problems, it doesn't usually make things better. It usually just escalates the problem and makes it way worse. So please do your best to communicate any issues you are having in the restaurant. Again, hopefully there are none, but if there are some, we want to be aware. Phone policy. When you guys are working, we ask that you don't have phones with you. If they are with you, ask that they're turned off. But you guys are not allowed to use phones, headphones, or other electronics while working on the floor. We really need you to be focused on the customers, but also on the other crew members. If a manager or crew person is asking you for something and you can't hear them, that is a problem. So please make sure that you are following that rule. If you're expecting an emergency phone call, you can have them give out the store number so they can call the store. That is the best case scenario. Then if the manager needs to get you off the floor, then they can. Time off, no-show lateness. We ask if you have any requests to have use PTO. We ask that you give us 2 weeks notice to the best of your ability. That gives us time to accommodate for that and do the scheduling and make sure that that's out in a timely fashion. So there are request off books in the crew rooms that you can use. So hopefully during your store tour, you have seen that already. And then if you are unable to make it to your scheduled shift or you're going to be late, if you are sick or for any reason, please give us at least a 2 hours notice so we can do the best to fill your shift if you're not going to make it. Please make sure you're calling us and letting us know what's going on, because if you don't call us and don't communicate and you don't show up, that is a no call, no show, and that can eventually be grounds for termination. So please make sure you're communicating with us about that. Here at Dakota Drive, we promote a safe and respectful workplace that's free from discrimination and harassment. We have a zero tolerance policy for discrimination or harassment of any kind. At Dakota Drive, we want our stores to be places of safety. We want you guys to feel comfortable and safe coming to work. I'm going to cover this policy a little bit more in depth with you, just in case you don't know some of these details. Discrimination is treating someone differently because of certain characteristics, including race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, pregnancy, etc. Harassment that's not allowed includes physical, verbal, nonverbal, or cyber. We also do not allow sexual harassment, which is treating someone differently because of their sex or gender. We hope that there are no problems in the restaurants, but if you are experiencing an issue, we ask that you let us know. Even if you think we know, but you're not sure, just make sure to tell us. Because sometimes you may think we saw something that we didn't, and we want to make sure to keep you guys as safe as possible. So please make sure us aware of any problems. You can either talk directly to your restaurant manager or general manager, your supervisor, or you can call the office at that 751 number. The number is also located in our restaurants in the crew rooms if you need it at any time. Any complaints that are made will be taken seriously and investigated thoroughly, and we will take appropriate action based on what we find out. And then if you do report an incident, we are not going to retaliate against you guys for making a claim. Much like we don't allow discrimination and harassment, we also don't allow workplace violence. Again, I'm going to cover this policy with you. In case you don't know, violence can include hitting, punching, bullying, kicking, bringing firearms to work, threatening words or emails, intentionally damaging our property, or just plain ignoring or disobeying our policies. We do not allow alcohol or weapons in the workplace, so please make sure you are aware of that. And it is everyone's responsibility to keep each other safe. So again, if you're having an issue with something, please let us know immediately. We need to make sure to let a manager know. If you can find the restaurant manager, great, grab them. If not, grab any manager in charge. Do not confront potentially violent guests. If someone looks very angry, feel free to bring in a manager. We don't want you guys handling that yourselves. And then if any incident is reported, it'll be investigated thoroughly, and appropriate action will be taken based on the severity of the case. And we also prohibit retaliation of any kind against crew or management that reports a concern. So retaliation can mean termination, reduction of pay, disciplinary actions, or demoting or transferring. So we want to take care of you guys. So again, if you see or experience a discrimination, harassment, or workplace violence case, please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. We will also want to keep you as safe in the restaurant as possible. So we do the best we can to prevent injuries, slips and falls. We ask you to wear non-skid shoes. Again, that is mandatory, so please make sure you order those if you haven't already. Cuts and burns, we do the best we can to protect you from those. The oil in the vats is hot and needs to be changed, so we have all the protective gear available for you guys in the restaurant to keep you guys as safe as possible. Obviously, again, we hope there are no injuries, but in the event of an injury, please tell the manager immediately. All injuries need to be documented within 24 hours for insurance purposes. So it's better safe than sorry. If it's anything above a paper cut, we need to know about it so we can document it in case you end up needing to go to the doctor. Sometimes, like a slip and fall, you may be like, oh, I'm fine, but then later it may end up being worse. So make sure to tell us right away so that we can document it. And then if you don't go to the doctor, then it's just a little bit of extra paperwork. But if you do go to the doctor and we didn't document it, then it can be a whole hassle. So please make sure you're letting us know of any injuries that happen. All right, now we have some apps that we encourage you guys to download. The first one, like I mentioned earlier, is the McDonald's app. That is where you can get your 30% employee discount program at other McDonald's. So you can either just look for the McDonald's app in the store if you don't have one already, or you can scan a QR code to go there and download it. Then we have the Hari or Harry app. On there you can check your schedule and communicate with coworkers. So you can scan one of those apps or one of those QR codes as well to get to the app. And lastly, if you want to check your pay stubs or get your W-2s, we do have a Mize Connect app, which allows you to see those things as well. And here's kind of a brief overview of what you guys will be experiencing within the restaurant for your training. You'll do some off-the-floor training. We have Crew Academy and H2 Online, which are online portals to do some learning modules. So you'll do a little bit of that. And then you'll do some on-the-floor training with a crew trainer to teach you how to do those skills in real life. And then we'll kind of be checking in on your training throughout. And just be aware that you should get an email from McDonald's where that has a crew ID and password. So we'll be looking out for that as well. And hopefully this orientation was able to answer some questions for you and give you some basic knowledge. We're excited to have you part of the team. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of the day, and I hope to see you out in the restaurant soon.